Assalamu alaikum, how are you all? So you already know that I prepare for IELTS, and at the moment I'm teaching a couple of students, and there was a very interesting question that a student of mine asked yesterday when we were practicing for his speaking module. You see, we are not native speakers of the English language, so there are certain words at times that we are unable to understand, right? They're either harder in English or they're words that are unfamiliar to us. So I was having a speaking session with that student of mine, and I used a term, conflict resolution, and he did not understand what it meant, right? Obviously, everybody understands what a conflict is, but as a phrase, he did not understand the meaning of conflict resolution. And he asked me the meaning, of course, and I told him. I briefed him on what it means, I told him how to go about answering it, and so on and so forth. However, I, at the moment, I thought that what if on the day of the exam, the examiner asks him something that he doesn't understand? He doesn't know the meaning of that word. And that comes to him as something of a surprise. What can he do at that point? Now, obviously, if he asks the examiner, if he asks the interviewer what the meaning of that word is, it will reflect on his band score. Definitely, because it shows that his English, his vocabulary is weak, and it will reflect on his band score. That's a given. However, having said that, if he goes on a rant without understanding what that word meant, and he starts speaking in a direction that is the complete opposite of what was asked, then he's going to lose more points, obviously, because he will not meet task fulfillment, he will not meet the requirement of the question, and his answer will be wrong. So I think it is safe to say that if you are hit with a question or with a word of which you do not know the meaning of, isn't it better to ask your interviewer rather than going on in the wrong direction? So, what should we do? Well, when we're preparing for IELTS, the best thing to do is to read as much as you can. Read different resources, find out the meanings of words that you don't understand immediately, do research, try and find out more and more new words and their usage as much as you can. However, on the day of the exam, if a word comes out from the blue, which you've never heard of, it would be better to ask your examiner. Just pause for a minute and say, excuse me, can you please explain to me what this word means? Now, at the cost of losing a few points because you did not know the meaning of that word, rather than losing all the points because you went on in a different direction, right? You just guessed what this meaning might be. I think it's still a safer bet, right? Now, I know that this is not a perfect solution to a problem. It isn't. It isn't at all a perfect solution to the problem. Because, I mean, this is an exam and you should be fully prepared. And it's an exam in English, for the language. And if you don't understand a certain word, then that's on you, right? So try and prepare beforehand as much as you can. I mean, sometimes students tell me, send us a vocabulary list and we'll learn it. But it doesn't happen that way. Just learning words will not make much of a difference. You have to understand their usage. You have to understand how they're connected in different situations, right? You're not just learning a list of words, right? So read as much as you can. Read, and read some more. Listen as much as you can. Listen to a lot of good resource. And then, of course, when you're faced with a new word, when you're faced with a challenging word, find out its meaning. Find out its meaning. Repeatedly find out the meaning of new words, and that will help you in your IELTS exam. All right, now IELTS doesn't have to be harder than it is. So I hope with these very, brief and to the point tips and tricks, it will make a difference. I hope that you're liking and sharing and, following my videos because I really want to help people out there. I know that there's a lot of myth attached to IELTS. It's just an exam in English. I'm good in English. I'll just go and give the exam, but that is not true. You have to prepare. And if you're expecting a good band score, you should prepare. It's only fair to yourself. It's an expensive exam. You don't want to give it again and again, right? And I make these videos only because I know that students out there are struggling. They need the right tips and tricks. They need the right skills and strategies. They need to be told what's the right way to do it, what's the way they shouldn't take. All right. So take care, stay blessed. I hope this helps someone out there. And if it does, please leave your comments below and I will be looking forward to reading them. And if you want any requests, if there's a cue card you don't understand and you want me to do it for you, I will. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.